Hey guys, so here's another match. Platinum against Ocho Aguila. He's playing English, so it's a pretty tough matchup. It's a good match to kind of showcase kind of what you can do against English. Um, I go with a little bit different build here. We'll go over the map a little bit. I've been kind of, well, I guess it's not different, but you guys know the horseman rush. Um, but I usually don't commit to it as much as I do this game. Um, so drop the TC next to my gold. Got a good spawn there. Dropping my stable. 3 on food. 2 on wood for that first horseman. Kind of missed these sheep, so I lose a little bit of time running around, but it's not a big deal. Drop off the sheep. I'm gonna keep scouting. I'm gonna go scout his base while I drop my horseman. And there's definitely a little bit of macro mess up in this game. But on this map, we can see that I've got kind of far deer. He's got a safe deer and a forward deer. He's got a safe back gold, same as mine. And um, all the stone is pretty much in the middle of the map and forward. Boar on the side. And we both have good markets to trade with. Relics are pretty even on this map. I probably have one more relic in my favor, I'd say these two are probably in my favor. And these two are probably his favor. So it's about even. I'd say these two are about middle. I'd say I have two favored. Anyway, so I'm scouting out his position. I see that he's got this gold, and I don't harass with my con. I do gotta pick up this sheep, but I am sending my horseman over right now, and he does have enough to age out, so he's safe in that sense. Um, and I'm sending a scout over. I kind of made the horseman rush before the scout to keep constant villager production that way, as well as um, the vision is really big. Because when it's just a horseman, his vision is not good. So I'm gonna harass his income, and he's going up his wheelbarrow. So he committed to this wheelbarrow, and the micro or the pathing of this unit is pretty similar. He ran out in a full circle break with this guy. I commit this horseman to trade out with this villager. It costs my horseman, but I do think it's worth it when it's this early. So my eco's now at 13, and his eco's at 14, which is at 15. So I think they kind of help normalize our our ecos. He also wasn't buying gold that whole time. So it's definitely closer than me in terms of aging up. But I've delayed his build a little bit. I've definitely delayed mine. But I think we did a little bit of good damage harassing and just kind of messing with him. It's also the one plus of using the scouts. They do regen. So I'm able to pull my scout out of here and have him live. Able to save both of them. I've got a horseman coming up, another horseman, and at this point I stopped making because I see he's got a good massive longbowman here. He's got the scout, longbowman, excuse me, villagers, and it makes it hard to push unless I have four horsemen. So yeah, I just kind of have to fall back, and now he's aging up. So we definitely were able to delay the age up a little bit. And more than anything, we've kind of harassed him a bit, made him uncomfortable, perhaps a little bit. And then the big thing I think that we gain from this is actually 4 military units. So against the English, a lot of players like to like to rush with longbows. So by having these four units, technically just two, it I feel like it really helps in having a map presence. So I'm gonna move my stable over by where my Uvu is going to be. My eco is going okay. We're sending everybody on the wood because we have 11 on food, and we're just waiting for a little bit of gold. I'm gonna age up quickly because I know he's I saw his building getting tapped up, and he's actually tapping up with a solid amount with 5. So we're gonna age up with 8. Once this guy finishes building the Ubu, we'll come over here. We have a good position here to build the trade to trade. And I know if he's going to push my trade lines, he's gonna do it with longbows, almost guaranteed, or horseman. Which at which point I have no problem fighting the horsemen. The longbows, I should have an advantage with my guys. So right off the bat, he's making a longbow, and he's kind of watching he's in a middle point of safety here, and I'm still tapping up with 8, and I think I drop pasture. Something as well that I've been starting to play around with is using my gurs with a few villagers to collect deers and berries around the map. It is definitely more cost efficient early. If you get raided and you lose that military advantage, then it's not, and it excuse me, sorry. If you get raided and you lose those gurs, it can definitely cost you a match. Now this stable being this close to his town center, I think is kind of a bad move, but probably up here forward would have been a little bit better. Just more space for farming, close to your TC, but he is bumping out a horseman and got a couple of longbowmen, and we can see my vision here. I'm up to 3 horsemen, and now I'm producing constant horsemen. Got an archery range, dropping a blacksmith, 1 pasture. I'm sending this over to the corner, and I'm sending my con out to finish scouting out what I haven't seen. Now he's picking off the deer with his longbowman. Might as well. I mean, it doesn't hurt. Or maybe he just A moved. I don't know. I think he just wants to get good vision. Let's see. Selected player only. Yeah, he's just trying to get a good view of what's happening. Man, longbowmen are like scouts, basically. They have incredible vision. That's crazy. Okay. So, he's starting to bank a bunch of resources, so he might be looking to age up. I'm not entirely sure. I'm scouting the front of his base. I can see he's got a stable, and he's got a horseman in production. And, I'm just gonna wrap around the back to see what I can. He's got 3 horsemen, and I've got 5 horsemen and 2 scouts. 3 scouts now. Scouts are really important for vision, I think. I think it's good to always mix in a couple with your armies. Over here, we dropped the tower. I like to drop a tower before I drop the gur. And we have 8. So we're going to do deer, we're going to do berries, and eventually we're going to do boars as well. My con here, we'll go to my vision. I can see that he's chopped up a good amount of his wood line. And I see that he's got horsemen. I saw the 4 longbowmen, but it is 5. And then we get shot down by these villagers. But I get a good idea of his army comp here. That he is longbowman and horseman. So against that comp, I really just have to commit horsemen. And I'm going to start building Mangudai, double produce them to deal with the horsemen and harass. His army just sitting back. He's not being aggressive and pushing. That's attacking my trade lines. I'm going to send these scouts to deal with it. I also will send these Mangudai. Up to 10 on wood. trying to get our infrastructures kind of stabilized because we need a bunch of buildings. And but we do have 16 on food, and our gold is not booming yet, but traders, we only have 2 traders right now, so it's starting to go up. So he's definitely looking to age up to age 3, which is fine. He's dropping a barracks now, so he's gonna start pumping out spearmen. And yeah, he's definitely looking to age up, I would say. I'd be surprised if he doesn't age up. We're still collecting deers here. We have a good army up here. We got 10. I think I'm gonna go start raiding with them. Probably why they reshuffled their position, because I was just clicking them. And first set of Mangudai are out. Or second set. Yeah, sorry, second set of Mangudai. First set cleared the path over here. There was still a wolf. Where is he? Right here, that harasses my my trade line, unfortunately. So we're coming up to circle around and get some damage in. Get this scout, get the sheep. That causes him to move his army up. He's got 14. I said 15 is up here, but he's got 7 horsemen, 8 longbowmen. And we've got 8 horsemen, 3 scouts, 4 Mangudai, and a Khan. And still producing horsemen, still double producing Mangudai. And yeah, he has he's tapping up to age 3 now. And we just picked up the sheep, so we're just dropping it off, and we're gonna come back and raid. He's not pushing me hard. I'm okay with him booming because I can boom. In the meantime, while he's not being aggressive, I'm just taking this opportunity to get my army. I am maintaining my army. I'm not just going straight boom. And I am kind of getting ready to. I was kind of contemplating aging up because I have 800 food, but I need a lot of gold, and so I'm starting to build more traders. But I know I'm gonna be I'm a way off from aging up naturally with my. Let's go to his vision real quick. So he's pushing me here. He got spearmen coming up. So 17, 21 units. He doesn't see that I'm he sees these horsemen, but I was up here with these horsemen trying to get something done. And my Mangudai were cleaning up that one wolf attack. So pull back these Mangudai. And he picked off that one horseman. But I'm bringing my armies in. I'm gonna pester him here. I kind of want him to commit to a fight. I think he sees that trader, but I'm not entirely sure. But he definitely sees my Mangudai here. So here is big because where he had 5 spearmen, we were able to get him down to 3. And since we are flanking him right now with horsemen and he doesn't know, this is big because now we can. I'm trying to send my horsemen onto the longbow, but the microing is not. They weren't listening. But either way, I microed down the spearmen first, and his army, which is 7 horsemen, 6 horsemen, isn't gonna be able to deal with the horsemen here. The big thing was my horsemen pulling onto these longbows, and so he loses all this initial force. He's coming up with spearmen, and I also pretty much lose my army, but I'm gonna win this fight barely. And but behind this, he's walled up a side. He's got his eco going pretty good. He's at 43 eco, so definitely messing up his eco a little bit. He's going, yeah. So he was busy definitely fighting there, and that distracted his attention. Let's go to my selected player only. So I've only got 3 military units left. It's not a lot. I can make more units behind this. I'm aging up. So I'm just sending him on a suicide mission just to go attack. Bring my Crotai up front here, just in case he attacks again. I want to be able to protect my infrastructure and hold a fight right here. And I'm just producing Mangudai, and now I'm dropping Lancers. And this we're still collecting here. We're up to 7 traders, and we've got 6 more in queue. And we've got 17 on wood, so we got healthy infrastructure getting built, healthy food at 22, and we're rallying on food again. We're also getting upgrades. I think that's something too, that his units, yeah, he was without any upgrades on that fight, and I had armor, I had iron undermesh, and I had the melee attack upgrade. So my horsemen were hitting harder, and we were receiving less damage from the longbows. So I think that was kind of the ideal mix in terms of the fight. Well, those are the first two things that I upgraded. You guys are just running around. They got some vision, and they ended up dying for free basically. But I did get some decent vision in terms of what was going on. I saw his blacksmith. He was gonna get upgrades. I saw his wood line. So my infrastructure needs to really start getting up. I see that he's got 2 barracks I saw that he had 2 barracks. I knew that he had the stable up front. I didn't know about this barrack. But yeah, he's building archery ranges. He's got this, which is basically 3 ranges, 2.5 ranges. So we're building our army up. Lancers here. Upgraded. We're getting upgrades for our Mangudai. You know, in terms of my army, I've got basically 7 Mangudai and 3 horsemen. So I only have 1 range. So instead of building 1 Mangudai, I'm gonna get more return on my time by getting the upgrade. And now we've got 2 stables, so we're gonna start cranking out there. And this Gur would not drop. I'm trying to drop this Gur. Yeah, we didn't see it, but it took like 6 tries to drop this Gur. It's pretty annoying. I hope that gets fixed because that really affects a lot of the Gur moving and dropping that when you try to do it in. So he's massing an army. I figured he was gonna be sending me a. He's not upgrading his men at arms yet. Okay. Anywho. So, our traders are also bringing in a really good amount of gold. And we're up to 13. So our army's a decent size. We're at 18 military, but he's at 36. So he's got double the military, but we're all cav. Versus he's only got 4 cav. And he's got a good army here. 11 longbowmen, 4 horsemen, 6 spears, and 9 men at arms. So it's a pretty balanced army. And he's trying to pick up relics too. So he's just placing this army just to kind of screen his relic pickups, which is a smart move. It really secures it. And behind this, you know, we got 2 more Mangudai coming out, 2 more Lancers. And we're dropping more stables. And we're dropping a horseman from my stables. My gold was doing okay. And my food is doing okay. I just wanted to start getting some horsemen in the mix as well. And yeah, he's got more army mass back here. He's getting crossbowmen in the mix. And I wonder if he can see me. I don't think he can see me. So I was starting to move up with my cav force to start maybe doing a little raiding, seeing what I could see. My Mangudai was wrapping around the upper flank. We see his monk over there. We're able to pick off his monk. His villager is dropping this tower. And we just kind of bumped into him and then we backed out. He's got 43 army here. And because his army, I wasn't sure if he was going to push or not, I was indecisive with my Mangudai. I didn't want to commit yet. It fallen back. We just do a slight trade, and I'm falling back with my cav. I see he's got this outpost, so he's going to see that my Mangudai are kind of out of position. So I figured there's a good chance he's going to push. He did this on accident, it seems like, because he's pulling it back. So favorable trade for me, taking out 3 horsemen for free. I thought he might have been committing, so I pulled back my Mangudai. You know, having those Mangudai up there is really, it's very vulnerable. he's sending these villagers over. Yep, he's gonna take this gold mine. Okay. So I can tell kind of how he's postured with this outpost out here. He's just kind of using it. He built a wall here. So I see that he kind of wants to corner himself at this. I think he wants to pick up all the resources in the corner. It's just kind of how I felt he was wanting to play. And let's go back to my... Oh, let's see his eco real quick. He's at 65 eco. I'm at 77. So he's got double TC and he doesn't have as good as eco as me. So he's definitely making some big mistakes in terms of his army or his macro. So I definitely shouldn't have more eco than you if I've got 1 TC. So he's making some mistakes, thankfully for me. I sent these guys up to take care of this outpost. I knew there was an outpost. He's got these longbowmen out here. If he had dropped stakes there before, like, you know, if you have longbow and they're just sitting out there, you might as well just drop stakes. You can always run anyways. So we get a nice pickup on a lot of his army here. And taking out those longbow were really big because over here he's only got 2 longbow. 2 longbow, yeah, 4 longbowmen. So we get this outpost and for base and all those longbowmen for 1 horseman. So that's a really good trade. Again, his army was moving up, so I'm gonna try to hit from a different angle with my Mangudai. And I see he got a free spear pickup, but I see his army. So I'm just kind of rotating around the side. I have enough income to age up, so I was gonna start thinking about aging up. But while my army's down there, kind of distracting him, I was hoping I get a little bit of a run by here, get him off his wood, kill just 2 villagers. But I'm gonna run through again and kind of see what the resources look like. So he was getting ready to drop a bunch of farms. I couldn't see these ones. I know I had a bunch of spears behind me, so I didn't want to commit to staying there. I did want to save this force because there's a bunch of knights. There's 7 lancers, and it's still pretty early. I only got 5 at home. My Mangudai back home, and here I see his gold production. So he tried to cut me off with these longbowmen and these horsemen, but I'm able to kind of sneak out. And I also have, now I see where his gold is. So behind this, I've aged up with the white stupa. I'm dropping more pastures. I'm gonna be up to 15. My food's not good because they're all building pastures. And we're kind of turning on his horsemen here, and we just fall back. At the same time, my Mangudai were up here, and we're doing a little bit of damage up here. We picked off a few longbowmen, a few spearmen, and then we came by right when he was dropping the Wingguard Palace. So this is pretty big because we were able to drop down his eco a bunch. He loses a bunch of villages here. This is like 10 or 12 villages. His army's frozen here. Guess he's dealing with this threat. He's garrisoning villagers. I'm able to run through, kill a few more. And this is a pretty good raid. We do a bunch of damage. So now he's trying to push up and raid me here. And my army just leaves this area completely, and we were going to go for this gold deposit. So he pushes my infrastructure here. I do have 8 Mangudai and a couple of towers. This tower was trying to get its thing up, but it didn't. I've got 2 villagers back here, and they're gonna drop 5 more ranges. I knew that this army was mostly infantry. There was a few longbowmen, but I knew I was gonna be able to deal with it. And I was coming back with my other Mangudai, so I felt like I could hold, especially with the curl tie. The damage bust with the curl tie. Over here, I'm starting to shut down his gold. I'm gonna burn down these 2 towers, kill those 10 villagers, and now I'm back here with my Mangudai at 18 Mangudai, including the Khan, and we're making more. We're dropping another range, and yeah, here we're just starting to really whittle down while we're being healed with the curl tie. We're getting healing. We're being able to shoot, and yeah, we're doing a pretty good amount of damage here. I felt like and getting a lot of buffing here with the healing. So we're able to really sustain this fight with the Kurotai. And we lose all of our stables, but it's not the end of the world. We got plenty of infrastructure behind this, and we also have 4k gold. So we're going to be able to balance out our eco after this fight. So I was pretty confident in how this was going to go. We're going to keep raiding up north with these lancers, and we're down to 10. And but we've pretty much cleaned this up now. We also were upgrading this outpost with a cannon, and so that really helps clean up these men-at-arms. Up here we start burning down houses. This go, and these guys, I'm pretty sure I set them to burn houses and then farms. His wood income is kind of, well, as you can see, his wood income's at 19. All of his spearmen and archers are super units. Upping stables, and we have ranges. So our infrastructure is still in good shape. We're gonna lose one here, unfortunately. So, oh, we still have 6 ranges. But over here, he sent over a bunch of spearmen. He's gonna fight them head on. We have better numbers of lancers. We've got 8 units, so we just send them to burn farms. Each farm is 70 for, well, I guess not 75 wood for English. It's 37 wood, no? But that's still a bunch of resources, and we're getting good income from it as well. So send these guys out. They're gonna die, but we're gonna get good income from them and distract him. And now we're up to 24 Mangudai again, and they are elite now. And we're gonna push up with them and try to get some more villagers. I was trying to see if he was getting these deer or any of the external resources, and hadn't yet. So we were able to burn down like 5 farms here, which is pretty nice, and we distracted him for a little bit. And we're just kind of coming in and seeing what we can see in terms of his military. We're able to pick out those stone, kill a couple of units here, and we see he's got a massive men-at-arms. So we can't really fight them head on, we can only just kite them. And we almost killed 3, but nothing. And yeah, Mangudai are starting to mass up again. Still going heavy on my villager production. I did drop a siege workshop. I was going to start building mangonels and stuff if he had built a force with more archers and stuff that I couldn't handle. But before I was going to build any siege, I wanted to drop a bunch of cavalry. So that's what I'm trying to do. 7 knights, 14 horsemen. And we're just checking this gold node, make sure he's not on it. And he's getting gold from, not getting gold from enclosures actually. So he's losing out on some gold there. I'm not sure where he's getting his gold from. Oh, his relics. That's where he's getting it from. Yeah, he's only at 200 gold per minute. We are also picking up relics somewhere. Oh, we had one. And we're picking up more. And our cav is starting to get built. We're building more ranges. We had 7 ranges, and we're going to start building more stables as well. Pastures were up to 18, so we're happy with where we're at with pastures. And Mangudai, we dropped off some sheep, I believe. Oh yeah, he's dropping off some sheep. We grabbed a couple of sheep that were out there from early in the match. And we're gonna go up to these gold nodes and the stone node to double check that he's not grabbing anything from there. So yeah, we got a good Mangudai force now. 28 plus 8, so 36 Mangudai. It's a really strong force, and his eco is kind of stabilizing after those couple of raids. He's getting his farms back on the line, and we're at 93 eco though, including traders, and we're in a much better spot than he is. All that eco damage that we've been doing has been doing good. We're at almost 3,000 gold per minute. Okay, so spiking up to 3,000 gold per minute at 32 traders. We send a small raiding force over here to check it out. We're still building more lancers. Um, and yeah, we're gonna again try to hit a two-sided attack. He had 700 stone, so he most definitely could have walled here with stone and been in a bit better shape. Bump into this army that's holding this flank. It's a good idea to put the army there. They're building walls over here, so you kind of try to have where you don't have walls, you want to have your army. But we're able to do a run by here, and we're idling a ton of his eco. And his army's out of place, chasing my horsemen. He's got an okay amount of army here, but he's got a lot of villagers on this wood line. So this is where we're gonna do a bunch of damage. And he's able to get these villagers out. My horsemen were kind of fighting here. I probably could have stayed and taken this fight, but there was no need. So I'm going to burn down this outpost, and I'm just going to wrap my Mangudai around. He's going to get his villagers out of here. We just get the raid income. We don't really care if it fully burns down or not. And we're going to come up and start hitting some farms. So, okay, so his villagers were incorporated into this army. So I was wondering how his villagers were getting out of there. But our Mangudai are basically back in position and ready to hit these villagers again. And we're going to start raiding over there. Behind this, our wood eco is doing good. We're going up to 11 ranges. We're at 10 stables. And now we're pushing this massive villagers. He's going to lose a ton of villagers. He loses a couple farms here, and we're just letting his knights follow us. His army's following my horsemen. And at the same time, he's losing all of these villagers. Oh, and at the front, I was hitting with another force of knights. Took out a couple of farms. So he's getting three-pronged attack, and yeah, he just was falling behind because of the raids. And I think the early horseman presence was important to be able to resist that first attack, especially against English, which is almost always going to be longbow heavy on the push. So yeah, thank you for watching, and hopefully you guys watch the next ones.